Hi there, I'm in the gallery today and I've got some really strange, bizarre, exciting, mad news for you. We've got an event coming up and it's on the 14th of February. It's going to be here and I'm going to put my artworks on show. I've got several beautiful new pieces that haven't been put on show before here at the gallery. And I've also got hundreds, literally hundreds of artworks stacked in piles, stacked in stacks. I'm not sure if you can see that. Stacks over here, stacks over here, stacks of artworks over here. And I've actually worked out that I've painted something around 1,500 paintings, and I would love them to go into people's hands so that they can enjoy them in their own homes instead of them sitting here in the dark. Sometimes, you know, if they're in a pile, it's kind of poor little paintings sitting in the dark. And so there's also I've sold hundreds and hundreds of those, by the way. There's not like 1,500 still left to buy, but there's a lot. And so what we're going to do is have an exhibition here on Valentine's Day this year. It may be the very last exhibition I have at this gallery because there's some other news coming up, but I'll tell you about that later. But at the same time as this exhibition, this is going to kind of be the biggest special exhibition that I've had in like a decade here at the gallery. And I'm also going to do this thing that I've been plotting and thinking about for the last 10 years or more, thinking about having a thing called an art burning. Well, I'm calling it that. So what I'm going to do is, because I feel like my skill levels have gone up a bit over the years, probably a lot with all the miles in the brush and practice and skill building and everything, which is what we talk about with the students in the online dojo membership, Learning Art with Me. So I feel like my skills have gone up, and I love the paintings I'm painting now, and I'm not so sure I love anymore some of the paintings I was painting 20 years ago when I first started. So some of them were on materials that weren't quite as good as the archival stuff that I 100% use all the time now. And so they might have been on cheaper canvases and they're just not showing the same level of skills, and I would not be happy to even sell them to anyone. So what I'm going to do is an art burning. I'm going to set up a big bonfire at the front of the gallery here, and for everyone that comes on the opening day when we have this event happening, I am going to we're going to have a bonfire, and I'm going to put paintings into the bonfire that I'm going to burn because I don't want them out in the world anymore. It kind of goes against all of the teaching that I share with complete beginners in my online dojo. But for me, at this stage of my career, I feel like it's a really good thing to do, to just say goodbye to my old skill level and clear it out, make space so that I can paint some new paintings. But we can all have a bit of fun watching some of my most tragic artworks go up in smoke. What do you think? Do you think I'm completely and utterly mad? But what I want you to do is to put February the 14th in your diary. You must not miss this. I've never heard of any artist doing an art burning before, but it's just this idea that sort of crossed my mind a while ago, and I think now is the time. So if you would like to come and visit the gallery, and you can peruse other beautiful artworks that are going to be for sale, and then watch this insane artist throwing paintings onto the bonfire, then you mustn't miss it. This is going to once in a lifetime event of an exhibition and an art burning. So tell me what you think of this nutso idea, and I will send out a notice for everyone to just remind you again that February 14th, Valentine's Day, is Love for Art Day. And that's when the big event starts. I've got a lot of people who are collectors overseas and students overseas. So we've got people all around the world, in the US and Canada and New Zealand, all over. So for you people, I promise we are going to have a Zoom live feed for the event, so that if you want to grab an artwork, you can, and you can feel like you're right there with the burning, the bonfire, and also the exhibition on the inside. I'll give you your own private tour of the exhibition, and you'll be able to walk around it yourself in a little virtual exhibition online, but I'll also be there at the end on the other side of the world on camera with you, chatting with you if you wanted to buy something as well. So everybody who knows me from around the world, you're included as well. But let me know what you think of this crazy idea. Thanks for watching.